As we understand it, SINGA is facing the following challenges. First, finding the optimal headquarters location. Second, achieving financial independence and sustainability. And third, determining an international structure that facilitates innovation and collaboration.
In response to these challenges, we, Greg, Marissa, and Naomi, present to you the SINGA Alliance.
Although we considered several countries for the SINGA Alliance headquarters, we believe that the best location is Germany.
Establishing headquarters in Germany will be key to the SINGA Alliance's financial growth. Nearly 500,000 refugees currently reside in the country, which is centrally located within Europe and has an established, successful branch of SINGA already running. Here, the SINGA Alliance will get similar tax exemptions to its current model, but Germany allows cross-border fund transfers that make it easy to receive money from donors on an international level. On top of that, Germany has passed laws which provide access to free language classes and employment opportunities after 3 months of applying for asylum.
Holland seems like the next best option, with a significant number of asylum seekers and similar tax exemption benefits.
We believe SINGA should retain its revenue return model from existing chapters. SINGA should also continue to accept and pursue donations. In addition, we believe that SINGA should increase their fundraising efforts through government contracting. With a unified brand and widely circulated research, they will be able to attract more government funding. Governments spend heavily to promote housing and language training to refugees. As the SINGA Alliance provides their efficiency at implementing solutions to these problems, they can connect with local and national governments to receive funding that would be less effectively spent otherwise. This is a key step towards reaching a state of financial independence.
While the idea behind SINGA is extremely powerful, SINGA's visuals could use some improvement. Under the SINGA Alliance, a style guide will be created to standardize font, colors, and capitalizations for all logos and platforms. A home web page will be created for the Alliance containing links to the individual chapter sites, with each site following the concepts of the style guide. Social media platforms will be structured similarly, with one page for the SINGA Alliance linked to each individual chapter's page. Recognizing SINGA's desire to avoid paid advertisement, this will not be a campaign, but rather a use of social media's free services. All websites will be translated into a minimum of 3 languages: the country's language, the most common refugee language, and English. While this may help the SINGA Alliance gain community members, the translations and availability of the sites will be geared more towards potential donors. The SINGA Alliance will preserve funds by using interns at Ashoka Changemaker schools in the creation of the style guide and sites.
Next, we will explore how the structure and a unified brand will enable the success of the SINGA Alliance.
The SINGA Alliance will be the international body that regulates SINGA's brand and purpose. Under this unified body, organizations with similar goals can unite with existing SINGA chapters to collaborate, sharing best practices, innovations, goals, and impact data. To join, organizations will have to agree to follow SINGA's brand specifications. As the founders, SINGA directors will spread their culture throughout the Alliance to both new SINGA chapters and newly allied organizations. By creating strategic partnerships with other organizations, SINGA will construct a system which inspires collaboration that will allow increased innovation and rapid expansion that otherwise would not be possible. This structure will benefit both SINGA and other organizations who would be eager to join for the added collaboration, networking, and potential funding a unified international presence could provide. This model lends itself to rapid scaling and immediate implementation.
Similar to its current model, the SINGA Alliance will retain the communications and administration directors, working in conjunction with the SINGA Alliance executives to schedule biannual meetings with all country and organization directors. While the other organizations are free to operate independently, the SINGA infrastructure in each country will remain identical. Every 4 months, country directors will meet individually with city and program directors. At 3-month intervals, there will be city-wide and program-wide meetings.
The purpose of these meetings will be threefold: foster innovation, evaluate progress, and talk finances, all of which will be built upon a foundation of Singa-ness. As the SINGA Alliance expands internationally, it must become increasingly aware of the potential for dilution of its Singa-ness. This will be combated by the creation of a brand model in conjunction with a style guide that will describe in detail the non-negotiable ideals behind the alliance that makes SINGA unique.
The directors of newly founded chapters will be paired with a mentor from an existing chapter, meeting and communicating frequently to discuss challenges, determine how best to adapt programs to local needs, and ensure the continuation of Singa-ness. Allied organizations may participate upon request. Both allied organizations and new chapters will receive access to a guidebook detailing best practices, success stories, and questions to consider for their own community.
The SINGA Alliance will foster innovation by inspiring, collaborating, and researching within their expanded network.
Each meeting will begin with case studies of individuals, programs, and events. Directors will learn from each other and be motivated by real results. Less successful events and practices will be considered and workshopped. What went wrong? How can this event or practice be better suited to a particular community? Directors will then work together, exploring viable solutions which will be adapted to address individual community needs. The research done via labs and hackathons will continue. In addition, case studies will be recorded in the guidebook to serve as a base for future entrepreneurial projects.
The guidebook, which consists of a series of briefs, will be created to facilitate collaboration and increase innovation. After detailing a problem, potential solutions will be described to replicable levels, including variations and gaps that may exist in different communities, along with evidence of impact for each solution. Each section will end with human-centered design questions to help chapter and organization leaders adapt solutions to their specific locations while leaving room for innovation.
Collecting qualitative and quantitative impact data will allow the SINGA Alliance to grow in credibility, become more effective, and receive more funding from governments and philanthropists. Impact measurement will focus on 1. How the SINGA Alliance's actions will help refugees integrate, learn the language, and feel comfortable as active members of society. For example, language proficiency and individuals' levels of comfort and engagement in their new communities. And 2, how we are impacting the local society by changing their perspectives on refugees. For example, social media reach, website visibility, and number of articles. We recognize that quantitative data does not always agree with the essence of the SINGA Alliance, but combined with qualitative data can provide powerful insight into both the issue and the solution.
In conclusion, SINGA Alliance will, first, help SINGA approach financial independence. Second, develop an international structure that allows them to share their brand and model while scaling quickly. Third, facilitate innovation and collaboration in the field of refugee and immigrant integration. And 4, lend itself to rapid scaling and immediate implementation.